October 5th, 2023. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are you looking at? Well, it's my old hot water tank. I wanted to cut it in half for two reasons. One, I'm going to recycle it, take it down to the Langley down here in Kansas City because they take the hot water tanks. And two, I wanted to kind of see what actually looks like inside. Now, I've seen some on the internet. I wanted to see what this looked like. Now, this tank here was 18 years old before it started leaking. I finally found a date on it, so like I say, it made it 18 years. It was a Kenmore. So we're going to look at the top part first. And what are we looking at? Well, this one side over here where you see this tube actually is, let me make sure I do this right. This actually was the cold side where it come in. So the water's actually going all the way to the bottom, and then it's coming up to the top where this would be hot after it's heated, guys. So this was an expensive tank because it had that swirl in it. Now, as you see this is some kind of PVC, it looks like. And it actually has holes in here. So as the water comes in, it's going to swirl around inside that tank. Now, not bad for the age of this, because this is what this looks like. And what that is, that's kind of like a dirt or sand. And I'm going to show you that too. It's just and I'm sure from like when the water department has breaks and stuff, the stuff that comes in here. That's why it's always a good idea to filter that water. Definitely a good idea to filter that water. Now, they say never to use hot water anyway, and I never do. I always use the cold side. But if you do filter it, if you do use the hot side, I would definitely filter it. Now, here's the bottom of the tank. Here, guys. You can see that or not. Not bad for, like I say, 18 years. 18 years of water coming in there. Now, we all know, like our toilets there, or tanks, how they corrode on the inside and everything else. So really, this tank looks pretty good, other than it started leaking at the bottom down there. I'm not going to dig around just to see, find out exactly where that was. And yes, you can. There was other things like, oh, you can't cut them open with a Sawzall. Now, why couldn't you cut them open? Well, I cut a car in half with the Sawzall. Sawzall will pretty much go through anything unless it's solid steel, really thick. Now, it did take 5 blades. And I will say one other thing. The best way to do this, guys, if you're going to do it, take your pressure relief valve out and just start there, and you can actually start right there and cut down and cut a section out. And that's what I did. Now, I cut down all the way down twice. That's what I did. But why I went through 5 blades, I would have only went through 3. There's another thing here. Now, hold on. Okay, guys. Now, this was inside where basically the heat vent flue, well, I would call it anyway. And it swirls the heat up through there instead of going straight up. I imagine it's probably so it also heats it more evenly and it doesn't just go straight up. It wouldn't be as efficient that way. But when the Sawzall blade hit this, guess what? And it was bouncing around, it finally caused the blades to break. So you want to make sure, this is where you want to make sure you pull this out of the top, guys, before you start cutting through all the way through it. After you get your section out. Do not try to cut through that center pipe until you get this out, though, or you will break more blades. Anyway, guys, now you know what a hot water tank looks like. Not bad. And like I say, check your metal places where you can take them and recycle, because they will take the hot water tanks. Langley here in Kansas City does that. Anyway, guys, just another quick little video. It's informative. Have a good one.